Hello, I know you guys are going to jump on pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Father God, we thank you. I thank you for this day. I thank you for Monday. I thank you for being such a miracle worker. I thank you for every opportunity that you've given us, God, to just be amazing in your sight, oh God. God, you are a wonderful God. There is no one like you. You are amazing. And God, I pray on tonight, God, that as I come to the ladies and as I come to Game Changers Connection, God, and every person that is connected to me, God, I pray right now, God, that you would give me the words to pour into their life that will be mind-changing, that will be new for them, oh God, for them to walk into their newness, for them to walk into their next, oh God. I pray right now that you would just change hearts, God, like never before, about marriages. God, we know that this is the week of love. This is a week of you showing your glory and showing how you created this thing called love and how you love marriages. So I pray on tonight that there's something that I say and something that that we do on tonight that will be mind-changing. God, I bless you. I honor you. And I adore you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, amen. Can you heart it up if you are ready? I dare you to type in the screen, let's go, let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome for all that are on here. For those of you that are jumping on, that are going to jump on with me later, I want you, one second, I want you to just heart it up for me, and I want you to kind of let me know that you're there by saying, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can see what you guys are saying, so yes, yes, yes. I'm ready to talk to you guys about some stuff. I'm going to turn this down because I don't have my correct setup tonight, but I'm going to use my computer to hold up this thing. But for those of you that don't know me and may see this on YouTube or you may see this somewhere else, my name is Tanya Harden, aka The Game Changer. Okay, my name is Tanya Harden, aka The Game Changer. My goal is to get you from your pain to your passion and from your passion to your purpose. And the way I do that is by getting you to say yes to your next. I'm going to say yes to my next even when I don't understand it. I'm going to say yes to my next even when I don't get it. But tonight I have some major things that I want to talk to you guys about. For you, those of you that had a chance to see the video on standards, I dare you to heart it up, heart it up. If you have not, go back and take a look at standards in your marriage. This has been a series that we have done for the last 3 weeks. We did standards as a woman, standard in your singleness, and now just Sunday I dropped the video standards in your marriage. And so one of the things that I realized that, you know, being married, and I really didn't get that many questions, and I was waiting on those questions to come, but I do have 2 or 3. But I do have a special thing that I want to do tonight. Again, another special thing that I want to do tonight. But I want to let you know that one thing about marriages is that God loves marriages. And I think sometimes we get it so mixed up, and it's so crazy that I'm doing it this week. I didn't even realize it until last week that this week we're going to have a marriage refresher conference. My husband and I are going to do, and we're going to kind of talk a little bit in just a minute. But I wanted to kind of share with you the importance of marriages. And I think what happened is that we got into the new millennium. If y'all can hear me, can you heart it up and let me know you hear me? Heart it up or say I'm here, I hear you, because I can only see so many of you that are on. Hello, hello, hi, hey, honey, hi, husband. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me, so let me know if you can hear me. But because I feel like you can't for some reason. But anyway, the one thing about marriage is that I found out, and I'm gonna pull this up because this is working my nerves. Okay, one thing that I found out is that in marriages is that what happens is that we're in the new millennium. And with the new millennium, so many people, we talked to some teenagers, and one of the things that this teenager told us, well, he's not a teen, he was our teenager, and now he's in college, and he's about 20 something now. But anyway, one of the things he told us was that most people don't want to get married anymore. Don't nobody want to get married anymore because it's the new millennium, and it's because of the songs, or it's just who they are right now. They would just rather live together, try out the cake. But my thing is that even though you're trying out, and that's the thing I want to tell you on tonight, is that I want to push you, man, to where you get the I do's. So those of you that have the I do's, this is for you on tonight. One of the things that I do want to do, I want to add someone besides myself, because last week I added a young lady on here, and when I added her on here, it was because she was single. So I say, what better way than to add someone that could be on here and that can answer questions with us about marriages better than my very own husband. My very own husband. And I want to add him on just 1 second. Can y'all heart it up if you feel me? Let me find you, honey. And I'm going to add you here. Here, and I just want to talk tonight. Can we just talk? Can y'all heart it up if y'all ready to talk? Let's talk, let's talk, let's talk. Can we talk? There we go. For a minute. Boy, I want to know your name. Hey, Bishop. Hey, honey.
How you doing, sweetheart?
So I got you on here. Is my music too loud? I can't hear.
No.
Can you? It's good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right, can y'all heart it up for Bishop? All of you that have joined are on here with me. Heart it up. I have my husband, my baby daddy, my yellow bone of 17 years of marriage. Been with this man since I was in 8th grade. I will forever say that. But been with him for a very long time. But I want to kind of talk to you, Bishop. And can you say hello to all of the Game Changer Connection? They're going to, for those that are replaying this and take a look at this, just kind of let them know, hi. Can you talk and say something?
Hey, everyone. Game Changer Connection, as I said, GCC. I'm glad to be here with y'all today. My wife asked me to come on. It was kind of, I'd say last minute, but I'm really happy to be here with y'all today. I pray that, something we share, something we say, it can help y'all out. Like my wife said, we've been married now for 17 years. And one thing we like to say is that we like to keep marriage for real. I think so many people are out there talking about how sweet and how wonderful it is, and it can be. But you can't have the good without the ugly, or the bad, should I say. So I'm excited to be here. Game Changer. Lady Harden, how you doing? I love you so much.
I love you too, honey. So I want to talk to you a little bit. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Y'all, he has no idea what we're about to do. We did not coach this or anything like that.
Should I be nervous?
Huh?
Should I be nervous?
Should you be nervous? No, don't be nervous. No, don't be nervous. You're going to do great. And I want you to type on the screen, Sister Katie, if you're on here, can you type hello real quick, Sister Katie? Sister Katie, if you're on here, type hello. And I want, if you guys have any questions for him while we're on here, and this is going to be a 45-minute call. But while we're on here, and it's 8:05, so Bishop, my goal is to be off of here at 8:45, okay? So I want, there she is. Sister Katie, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask during this time, I want you about marriages. You can inbox her, or you can shoot it right here on this thing right now while we're live, and she's going to be paying attention to everything that happens. So, Bishop, I want to talk to you for a minute. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we? Why I keep hearing Teddy Campbell in my head? Can we talk for a minute? Anyway, so I want to know, why should women have standards when it comes to being married? What's the important part of women having standards when it comes to their husband?
I got to be honest. When I first married my wife, I was all 100% me. And, and my wife always says it, but I have to agree with her, that a man will do what you allow a man to do. When I first got married to my wife, I was very headstrong. My whole marriage, I was very headstrong. I thought things would go a certain kind of way. But I must say, when she put her foot down, it wasn't so much of a turn off. It wasn't even so much a turn on, as much as it was direction. Some people say, well, the tougher you are, it's a turn on. The tougher you are, it turns me off. But it wasn't either one. She was very clear on what she would and what she would not take, and what she wouldn't accept. So, having those standards. Now, listen, I got to be honest. It's a thin line between standards and tradition. It's a thin line between, this is what I've been doing my whole life versus this is what I'm not going to let happen. And we have to decipher between the two. We have to figure out, you know, what is she holding on to that, you know, just she's been used to her whole life versus, you know, what is something she's just not going to have. Like, she's not going to let me just come in anytime on the night. She's not going to let me just talk to her any kind of way. I can honestly tell you, I've never cursed at my wife. Even in my cursing days, I used to be a cursor before I got.
Hey man, hold on. I would need y'all to heart that up, because I think what happens with so many women is that we allow, even in marriages, you know, most people think it's just single women or whatever, but I want you to heart it up, because your husband should cherish you enough to not call you, we call them red words, right? Can you type on the screen red words, red words? Red words, red, and we talk about this in our book, right, Bishop?
Yeah.
We talk about this in our book with red words, and I want to kind of deal with that, you know, with people, when you allow your husband to call you out your name, to you know, say words like shut up, you know, do things that are against, you know, you being treated like the woman that you're called to be. That's kind of, can you talk about, go ahead, did I cut you off? Go ahead, sugar.
No, you did on it, you know. So, you know, the red words, so she made it very clear. She's very strong. My wife comes from a strong background, and she made it very clear. If I use the word, I'm going to go ahead and get things. Baby, did I freeze up?
I'm sorry, it cut out for a minute, Bishop. So if you were talking, my whole internet, I don't know what happened.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, my whole internet. Go ahead.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Can y'all heart it up if y'all can hear me? I know my internet, something happened.
I can hear you okay, baby. Okay, I see some hearts coming.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, you know, it was some things like you know, like some traditional things, like, you know, we're not going to eat certain things, you know, we're going to go to the family house. This is a big one. We're going to go to my family house every
Thank you.
year. We're going to go to my family house every Christmas. Those traditional things. And so you got to understand, you got to be able to decipher what's the difference between a tradition and what's the difference between a standard. And look at this here. And the way you can decipher it is that standard is what has to do with you. Tradition is what everything outside of you. And so, you know, if standards always have to do directly with you as a woman. And my wife, she was very strong and tell him, you know, you're not going to touch me in some kind of way. You're not going to talk to me in some kind of way. You know, you're going to respect me. You're going to, you know, and so having those standards, and listen, and the key thing is be upfront about it. Don't wait 10 years into your marriage still trying to set standards.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, don't wait.
Hello, Minister Miles. Yes.
Don't wait even 2 years. Matter of fact, you may get, if some of y'all ladies, if you're single on here, you may think you're going to delay some things, but start as soon as you start getting serious and dating. I won't say the first date, start laying out, well, I won't have this, I won't have that, I won't have this. I won't say do it that soon, because you may run somebody off like, wow. But you start seeing it's pretty serious and starting to see that this may go somewhere, you know, what you start doing, start establishing those standards. You know, hey, I know I like you, you like me. Hey, this is a few things I've been noticing I won't have. And First Lady, you did a great job of doing that, and you still do. Today, it's even as pastor, our second book we're going to write is titled Team Our Marriage Survival Guide, How Did We Survive Our Marriage and Ministry. Even as a pastor, she let me know that she don't care that I'm a bishop. She don't care that I'm a pastor. She don't care that I'm a boss at my job. And she see me, she see a man. And she see a man that's dealing with her on a regular basis. And she make it very clear what she's not going to have. I'm not going to have you disrespecting me, even in the pulpit. You're not going to disrespect me. And any man, any real man, if he really value you as a woman, he's going to respect those values because he realized that this is how she's asking me to love her. And I want to make her happy.
Right.
And listen, this here too, though. And the way she enforces those values is letting me know how much she appreciates. She loves me, and she embraces me for respecting those values. So the more she loves me and embraces me, it reinforces the fact that I want to continue doing these things. It's like a give and take. I give you what you want, and then I take back what you can give me. So I hope that answers your question, Co-Pastor. First Lady, game changer.
You're good. I want to talk about this too. Can y'all heart it up for Bishop? Because I want them to know. I want to see. I gotta know they're here. I think that's that little part of me that just gotta see everybody that's on here because I normally can't. But I want to ask you this, Bishop. Thank y'all. I see your hearts. Yes, yes, yes. Because we don't want women to be too hard. It's great to have standards, but can I tell every woman that's on here, you don't want to be too hard to where you just laying down the law to where you're not soft. What about that woman, that working woman, or that woman that may be making more than a husband or doing more than a husband because they could be a little bit too strong? Or what about that woman that says, you know what, this is the way it is. You better do it my way. What is the saying? A happy life, happy wife. Going too strong. Let's kind of talk about that because we don't want to be too strong.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said before, when we first got married, my wife was that woman. She was very, 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 very strong. And best way I can put it is that, there got to be a limit. I put like this here: the more, even though you have standards, men don't have standards as much as he has limits. It's hard for me to go to my wife and say, I got standards, baby. But I do have limits. Limits as if, don't talk to me a certain kind of way in front of people. Even though the standards, I really look at them as limits because standards means that as a man, it just feels different. Another man may seem different about it, but I look at limits. Just don't go too far.
Yeah. In other words, don't degrade your husband. Like, don't disrespect. I think that's one of the high values I could say for you as a man is to not disrespect you in front of your children or disrespect you in front of family.
No, it's like this here. If I am the one you love and you do love me, care about me as much as I care about you. And that's the key thing. We teach a lot of people this thing here is that a true marriage is when two people stand back to back and both of them are falling. Picture you standing behind your husband, your back against his back, and both of y'all say, okay, we're going to fall backwards at the same time. At that moment, both of y'all are falling, but no one sees it. And you're falling, and he's falling. Bad example is, and he don't fall, or he moves out the way and he lets you fall backwards and hurt yourself. Anytime you're in a marriage, you don't want to feel as though you're doing all the falling, or vice versa. You don't want to make the other person do all the falling. You want to make sure there's an equal give and take. So if you do have standards that you have as a woman, also realize your husband may have standards or what I call limits, and be willing to say, I want to make you equally as happy as you're making me happy. Look, marriage is not a competition, but it is a. It's not a competition, but it is a give and take situation. It's where we are continuing at all times making sure we're looking out for one another. If we change, and what you don't want to do is say, well, I did this for you, now you got to do this for me. Well, I did this for you, you got to do this for me. No, it's like, what do you need from me? What do you want from me?
Right.
And then once I give you what you need, what you want, allow me to reciprocate that and say, I need this from you. This is what I want from you. And so that's where the softness comes in at. There's nothing wrong with having standards as long as you allow your husband to have limits. Or vice versa as a man. There's no longer you having limits as long as you allow your wife to have standards. And now, if you being real tough, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the word, you've been a straight up butthole. I'm gonna use that B word instead of the worldly B word. You've been a straight up butthole. Is if you have all these standards and all these things that you want, but yeah, you're not willing to do nothing for your husband.
I love it.
I think that's something comes in that. Or
I totally agree.
Can I add this in there right quick? It also comes in that when your husband do for you, but you never show him appreciation for doing those things. That's toughness. And a man will shut down. I'm letting you know right now. You want to keep a man moving, you let him keep doing the smallest thing. Now, don't think that you got to reward him too much for doing something small, to where I don't expect anything else out of him. But if he do something for you, the smallest things, reward him. Baby, I appreciate that. If you don't, a man will shut down.
Yes, I totally agree. And I want to say this for those that are watching or those that are watching the replay. is that we're not perfect, not by any chance. For those of you that just may have thought that in that moment, that we are not perfect. What we're telling you is our experience, because I didn't know how to appreciate him. I held my standards so high because I came from a line of women that were dominant. I love my aunts. I love my aunt. I love them all. I really, really do. But I understood after an older woman that was married for 35, 40 years told me, baby, that is a man, and you cannot treat him as if he's nothing. You can't treat him like you don't need him. Because can I tell you, yes, I have standards, but at the end of the day, I want this man in my life. I want to make him feel like that I need him, and I do. I need him in my life. I'm not a nun. I'm not the girl that is okay with being single. The Lord knew that I needed a man in my life that could love me and cherish me. But I understand that there's a lot of mistakes I made. There's a lot of mistakes, this may mess you up, that I still make. I still make today. So there's no perfect marriage. But what we're telling you is what we've experienced, because those are times that I did not appreciate my husband. There were times where I had the standards too high. There were times when he would do different things for me and I didn't show my appreciation, vice versa. Same with him. So a lot of things that we're telling you is from validation. For those of you that have just jumped on, thank you for jumping on. Can you heart it up? I saw you, the miles. So great to see you guys. If you have any questions, please type your questions or email me. I have my email up right now, so you can email me or you can shoot Katie Boyd a message. We're so glad to have you on. But there's more I want to talk about, Bishop, when it comes to standards. Because one thing about standards is that, okay, we've talked about how to set the standards, how high with the standards. But I believe that so many marriages, let's go back to the red word. So many marriages, and I talk about it on the video. I don't know if you had a chance to see it yet. I know you've been busy. But on the video, I talk about sarcasm, being sarcastic. You know, making the statements, you know, if your husband say, well, take out the trash, acknowledging that we are different, and the fact that we're different, we have to embrace our relationship. And just because we don't agree with what you not taking out the trash when I want you to, just simple things. If we're not agreeing or we're pointing the finger, how do you as a woman make sure that you're not being too sarcastic with your husband? Or does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Hey, Maddie.
Look at Maddie.
She's taking the dog out.
Hey, Maddie.
You know, I think it goes back to this. And listen, and I want everybody to listen to me really, really closely. Hang on one second. My dog. I want you to listen to me very closely. Is this here? You know, and this is very, 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 very important. When we deal with being sarcastic or when it deals with being different, this is very important. And I want you to really listen to my heart with this one. Like I said earlier, marriage is not a competition, and that's the biggest thing. And not just competition, is that we got to realize that we are two different people, and sometimes we spend time trying to win against one another that we don't know how to learn to win together. And I think that's so important because
that's good.
Because like, okay, look, you signed up for this marriage, right? And you're in the house,
right?
And you like to clean, and you're a great cleaner, and maybe your husband is not a great cleaner, and maybe your husband loves to cook. So if it's a competition and he's comparing himself to you all the time about cooking, and he's trying to make you feel so bad about not cooking, like you can't cook, and it's like a competition, or you can't clean, you always fussing about cleaning, and y'all spend so much time knocking each other down to where y'all don't realize how the relationship really is. How if you stop competing against one another and start, what's the word, Mo? If you stop competing and start, what's the word I want to use? It's collaborating. If you stop competing and start you'll have a great clean house with great food on the table and realize that y'all work together. So most sarcasm comes from not appreciating the weakness that your husband have because of your strengths. And so I'm being sarcastic, like, You don't even know how to talk to nobody. Well, the reason why he don't know how to talk to anyone because you're the talker. Or you don't even know
Right.
you clean horrible. Like you don't even clean it well. Well, you really why you don't clean it well because you're the cleaner. You gotta understand your
Right.
weaknesses versus strengths, or his strengths versus your weaknesses, because you won't feel as though I have to compete with my husband and try to outcook him,
Right.
out clean him. I realize that we complement one another, and one
And that we're a team.
that we're a team. My wife said this earlier, and I thought about this, sweetheart. When you said that you needed me. And listen, and listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick secret about that statement, because for some years I resented that statement that my wife said that, because she always says she thought for a long time when we first got married, she thought I saved her. She thought I saved her. My wife was in a pretty bad situation. She was living with a roommate, and she was, didn't have a lot going right then in time. She didn't have a car. I mean, be straight honest. She was on pretty bad times, and so when I came and saved her in her terms, but I picked her up because I needed her. I needed her as well, because I was in a place. Yeah, I had a car. Yeah, I had a job that can afford the living conditions, but I didn't have nobody to love me. I had nobody to listen to me. I had no one to make me feel as though I had value. And so we realized at that point that we needed one another. So listen to me really close. And Cope, I hope I'm not going too long, but listen to me really close.
No, you're good.
Listen, now this very thin line here is that some people think that we need one another. Can also say that I'm a half a person, you're half a person. No, two whole people can still need somebody. I can be whole.
That's right.
God, I know I got everything I need. I know as a person, I got everything I need. But God knows the value in companionship. I still need companionship because, listen, even though I'm a whole person, I'm happy with who I am, but also there's some things I don't know. And my wife knows. And so what we have to realize is that in your sarcasm or in our red words, is realizing you downing the one person who has signed up to help you. Or you're downing the one person who has decided to live with you in spite of your problems. So instead of downing one another, talking crazy, I mean, my wife is my angel. And if I use B words to her and I use the F word against her, I'm destroying the one and only person who I have licensed to pick me up when I'm weak. So that's why I think the biggest problem, Pastor, is that we got to realize in our marriages that it's no competition. And baby, like you said, we literally are still in our 17 years of marriage. We still got to remind ourselves this is not a competition. My wife is not out to get me. We just left the grocery store. I'm be straight up front with you. We left the grocery store. We was at Walmart. My wife's on the phone, and she knew she had to be here for this moment. And the moment I was trying to rush her off the phone and I was telling baby, hurry up, we got to go and she didn't hear me say because we had to get to your call. All she heard me say was, hurry up, we got to go. Well, and immediately she got frustrated, like, you're rushing me. And in that moment, I had to express to her, no, I'm trying to help you get to your call. Then she said, oh, right. But listen, what if it was never that moment of he's coming against me? What if it's that moment immediately we think to ourselves, if he's rushing me, it must be for good reason. We have less arguments trying to compete against the hero or the shero in us. Good God, that's deep. We start to realize we ain't got to be the hero of our own story. And listen, this is something we happen all the time. And it's way less than it used to be with us because we realize after these years that I don't have no one else but my wife. My wife has no one else but me. And so we spend more time trying to build each other than we do breaking each other. That's just a quick moment that we noticed that it happened just really recently. But if you realize your husband signed up and he actually loves you and you love him, there shouldn't be a reason for competition to even knocking each other down. Coop, I hope I went in the right direction, which you expect me to go.
No, you're good. Can y'all heart it up if y'all feel him on that? There should never be any competition, which it end up being or feeling that way. But you should be able to understand that your husband has your back and you have his back, and that's the way that it should be.
Even I want to say this, Coop, Pastor, I'm gonna say this real quick, is that and sometimes they say, well, I don't compete, but if you feel like you always got to defend yourself all the time, that's not good.
That's competing.
That's competing.
Yeah. If you're always defending yourself about a statement, you're always defending yourself about, where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it. Yeah, that's competing. That's saying, you don't have my back. You just you making me not want to do this. You making me not am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Something to that nature.
But let's
But
talk to the
you make
sports.
me feel like,
Let's talk to the sports fanatics.
huh?
Let's talk to the sports fanatics, because he said something offensive and you come back and defend. That's competition, because he's offense, you defense. Same thing. He says,
Oh, that's good.
he's a,
Oh,
and
I
now,
wish I could hold it up.
and so now you're defending yourself. So now you're going back and forth, offending each other and defending each other. Now you're literally in a battle on a field that both of y'all on the same team. The quarterback,
Same
running
team.
back, same team. Y'all fighting, and the kids, the fans on the sideline, looking at y'all, shaking their heads, wondering what are they going through.
You better. That's good. And it makes so much sense because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're on offense, you're on defense. When the whole time we're playing for the same team, we're doing the same thing, but we feel like that we're on two different teams. And that's so, so true. Now, I want to ask you this. Thank you, Bishop, so much. I want to ask you this. That was a statement that I received. Um, Not more of a question, but it was more of a statement. And I'm going to give you this, but I'm going to give you it in pieces, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If y'all are still enjoying this, I dare you to put the number 1 on the screen, and I dare you to heart it up. If you are enjoying this on tonight, we only have about 15, 20 minutes left. So, Bishop, we're going to go in. We might, I know, that little 45 minutes went quick. But one of the things I received was, being in a marriage, women, being a married woman is so hard for me to step down and allow him to take control because I'm so used to being in control, or because I've been through so much. I feel like if I back down, I'm not strong for my kids. I'm not strong for my kids. I want you to kind of give a statement to that statement. And if you need me to read it again,
Yeah,
I will.
one more time. I want this more time to process thoughts. So go ahead and read one more time.
So as a married woman, it's so hard for me to step down and allow him to take control because I'm so used to being in control. Or because I've been through so much, I feel like if I back down, I'm not strong for my kids. That's like a threefold question, not threefold statement, but I know you got, yeah. I want to kind of answer. We're going to kind of, can we talk back and forth with this one?
Go ahead.
But I want you to kind of give something on that.
So if I can kind of paint the picture a little bit, you got a wife, and I'm guessing that she's married and she had previous kids, and the first thing you got to do is you got to do some strong admitting. You got to admit, number one, that you got married for a reason, and it wasn't because you can do it by yourself. I think it's an old statement. I could do bad by myself. Well, if you can do bad by yourself, you'll be by yourself. Just because you're doing bad, it means what happened. You're trying to learn how to cohabitate together. But this is what I say to you: is listen to this here. What are you afraid of? If he's
oh, that's good. I'm sorry. I got to let that sit for a minute because there's so many women that are afraid. And I remember being that woman, when we first got married, when me and you first got together, I just felt a shift right there. But when we first got married, I remember being that woman that was afraid to let my guards down. Afraid because I was already controlling my life. And now I got this man in my life that wants to control it, and I don't want you to. So I want to, yeah, go ahead.
And that's the key thing is fear that's there, but not just fear. Even on my part, me and my wife been married now for a long time, and I actually thought that I was the only person that could do things. There's so many different directions you can go with this, but the first direction I want to kind of address is how much do you love your husband? If you love your husband and you see your husband is unhappy, let's go that approach first. If you actually love your husband and you see your husband is unhappy, you see that he really, really, really wants to do these things and he feels demoralized. Let's ask yourself first, how much do you love your husband? Do you love him enough to allow him to be hurt and uncomfortable in a relationship? Do you love him enough I'm using the word kind of backwards, but do you want your husband to be uncomfortable? Do you want him to be unhappy? Are you so controlling to where you don't even want to allow, anybody else to be happy but you? And that's where you got to deal with the second part, is that now you got to admit, like I said, admitting, you got to admit that you're being really selfish right now. Because if you know for a fact that this person wants to do and they want to help out, but listen, it's not because they want to do something just because they want to do it. They feel in their heart this is what they need to do. Okay, if you love him enough to marry him, and you love him enough to let him be around your kids, how about you love him enough to see if he can fail forward? That if he can fail at something,
Oh, I love it.
That not the person for this. Me and my wife got married, and this is something I struggle with. I feel like my responsibility was to take care of everything, and she was supposed to do just. Let's be real. We're on a real network, baby. Any kids on this phone?
No, this is all adult. This is a private page. It's all adults, and I don't even have to post it on YouTube. Yeah.
You can post it wherever you want. I don't mind, but I want to say this. I thought my wife was supposed to sleep with me and whatever else I needed, but I don't want her to do nothing else. I got it. And really and truly, I was doing it because I was being controlling. And I thought, well, listen, much given, much required. Okay, hallelujah. Thank you, Father God. I was trying to wait to God to give me a shift. That's what he wanted. And really what you're doing is that I'm controlling everything, because if I'm driving, you got to ask me where to go.
Wow.
I'm controlling everything, because if I'm driving, you got to ask me where to go. If I handle everything in here, listen, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm working. Listen, and without even saying it, I don't need you. I don't need you. I keep everything under control. I don't need you. And listen, but if I'm doing all this stuff, you can at least do this. You can at least take the trash out. When I say take the trash out, this is what I did. I did the same thing. Babe, I'm doing everything for you. I'm handling everything for you. And I'm saying, like, I'm big boss dog. I'm big boss hog. Hey, I'm the man. And listen, it's plenty of women who want a man like me. But I was doing all those things. But yet she was unhappy because she felt as though she was incomplete. And so let's deal with the real issue here. Are you doing this because you like control? Or are you doing it because you like to have the upper hand? Or are you really, really ready to get to a point to where you're in a marriage or relationship to where you can give in and say, look here, listen to this here. What do you need me to do for you? And what do you need to be happy? Because I'm asking a question. Let me tell you a statement. True love.
Bishop, if you paused. I don't know what happened. I can't see you. If you guys can see him, heart it up, because I can't. Because you moved a certain way and your phone's. He's off. Are you guys still there? Can y'all heart it up if you're still there, please? Heart it up, heart it up. Let me know you're there. I'm about to add Bishop back on. Maybe it stopped. Okay, you late? Are y'all there? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let me find him and let me add him back. Are y'all enjoying this? Can you put the number 2 on the screen if you are enjoying this? Bishop, you got to jump back on for me to add you. Awesome. Do anybody have any questions as of now? I hope y'all are enjoying this because I know he's not done answering that question. We might be on here a little bit past that. It's going in and out. Okay. Okay, y'all let me know when he's about to jump back on. Y'all let me know if it's still going in and out. Is it still going in and out? If it's not going in and out, I want you to put the number 3. If it's not. Or if it is going in and out, put the number 3. If it's going in and out. If you're good, heart it up, heart it up, heart it up, heart it up, heart it up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you now.
Okay.
I want to make sure they can hear you. If you guys can hear him, can you heart it up for me?
Can you hear me?
3, you can't. Somebody said they can't.
Hello?
All right. Someone else said they can't. They can't. Everybody else is hearting it up. Sister Katie, you can't. It's not. Is it?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Is it together? All right. That's okay. She's good. She just hearted it up.
Okay.
All right, Bishop.
So I kind of want to deal with this real quick, and I know we're probably out of time, but I want to go ahead and share this. Is that let's deal with the issue at hand. Is that
We're going to add 10 more minutes if that's okay, because your phone cut
I'm
out.
okay.
Do y'all mind if we do 10 more minutes? We'll get off about 8:50. Can y'all heart it up? 8:50 at work? About 10 minutes. But go ahead, Bishop.
So I want to deal with the truth issue at hand. It's a control issue. And the control piece is that you want to make sure that you can control everything. And you make sure that, you know, if I have control of everything, that means I'm actually running everything. And if I'm doing everything, I can demand more things. But now you got to ask yourself, you know, this is where the selfish piece comes at. Marriage is not about having control. Matter of fact, co-pastor is going to admit it. Marriage is about losing control. I had to learn it the hard way. You know,
Yes.
I could throw my hands up and realize I'm giving up control. So marriage is
And can I say this is why it's so easy for you to answer this question about the control, because my husband, he was very, 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 very
being
controlling
nice.
in the marriage. So
Being nice.
huh?
I was, or
Being nice.
am I still sometimes controlling?
Sometimes you still can, but it's okay. It's in a good way sometimes. But I know, I believe that this is helping this person and helping everybody on the call. So go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, so this is what you got to do. You know, you got to realize that, listen, stop focusing on you. Stop it. It's not about you. This is not about you saying that you're great. This is not about you saying that you're wonderful. This is not even about you saying you don't need a man. This is not even saying about, this is not even about your children. Keep your kids out of it. I say right now, keep your kids out of it. You using them as an excuse to keep your control in. You know, stop. I'm feeling my spirit right now. I'm telling you right now, stop it right now in the name of Jesus. Stop it. And then stop focusing on everything else. You're married now. If you're married, I want you to look at that yellow man, that dark man, that white man, that brown man, whatever color he is. I want you to look at him and say, man, I love him. And I want him to be happy. Baby, what's going to take to make you happy? It's not about you. It's not about the kids. It's not about you having control. It's not about you not needing him. It's about you saying, I signed up to marry him. And not because I feel like he can do something for me, but I feel like I can do something for him. And that's what your focus.
Yeah.
True love is saying, I'm forgetting about me and caring about you. And so when you do that, yeah, you still care about your kids. But in spite of your kids, you make sure your husband's taken care of. Because once your husband's taken care of, your kids will be taken care of. Or vice versa. In spite of your kids, make sure your wife taken care of. Because when your wife taken care of, your kids will be taken care of. So what I'm telling you right now, it's not about control with you. I mean, it's not about the kids. It's not about the power. It's about you being selfish. I was that person. I've been selfish. I wanted to know that I did everything so I could demand everything. And no, I don't need you. I want you to sit back and don't do bills, don't do nothing. But I'd rather see her now fail forward because she may go out and do something and fail and realize that it wasn't for her. Or I want to see her win for it. She may win and realize that, you know what, this is for me and she can do it better than me. And when I realize that, now we're stronger together. So stop making those excuses. It's not about you. It's about the marriage. So if you want to win, ask yourself, how much do I really do love him? Or if you don't love him, why are you with him?
That's good. That's good. I want to say one more thing. What would you leave to every woman that's on this call, that's gonna watch this, that's watching this? What would you tell them when it comes to being, you being a husband, married to a woman, what would you tell them that they would need to do to make sure that they're not in an unhealthy relationship, but in a healthy relationship?
And you ask some deep questions, make me think. um, you know, it almost reciprocate what I just said, from that person that's controlling. What I would tell you to do to make sure you're in a healthy relationship is making sure that you are that you are valued, that you have a voice. Um, that you speak not just what you want, but also you speak what you don't want, and it's heard. And also, but at the same time you're speaking, you ask to return that same voice. Healthy marriage doesn't come because you are making demands. Healthy marriage because you made demands and also you received demands, and so you making that balance. Health comes from a true balance, and so I would say make sure that you are getting the things that you need, and make sure you're giving your spouse what they need, and what you'll create is a reciprocation. Where I give, he give. When I take, he takes. So that's, baby. I think that's what it is. Is that is really realizing that we're a partnership. I'm here to take care of you. You're here to take care of me, and let's take care of. I think that's the key to success in any marriage is realizing that we got to talk. Can we talk? And
For a minute, right? Any last words? I want you to leave last words on this clip.
last words. Um, wow. What my last word be to the game changer connection about marriage and standards in marriage. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know your value. Know what you're worth. If you know who you are, know your value, know your worth, you know what you should have, and you know what you shouldn't have. I think it's easy to say what you don't want, but do you really know what you do want? And if you know what you do want, you won't miss it when it comes. But if you don't know what you want, you may miss it and it's sitting right there in front of you the whole time.
Oh, that's good. Bishop, I thank you so much. I thank you for joining this call. I got to throw this plug in there real quick. Shameless plug. On Friday and Saturday, we will be doing our marriage refresh conference at New Destiny Fellowship Church. I think that Friday night. What time is it that
I
Friday?
think we start at 7 o'clock Friday night and we're going till.
And it's rekindling the fire. Are you ready, baby?
I am.
You ready?
I'm excited.
I'm ready.
Me and my wife been talking about a few things we're going to be doing. And go ahead and give God some hearts. Give God some hearts on the marriage refresher conference. I'm like co-pastor.
Yeah, I get some hearts if y'all feel they like, okay, we don't know what it is. We somewhere else. We whatever. They just chilling.
That Friday night's gonna be different. I don't care if you're a New Destiny member. I promise you, you never.
Can we give them a sneak peek, Bishop? Cause this the game changer connection. I'm gonna leave it in this page. I'm not gonna. They can't nobody share it. I blocked it off. Can't nobody share it. I think we ought to give them just a little sneak peek on Friday night. It's gonna be more of a game night.
Yeah, it's not really. I won't say game as much as it is. I'm gonna be. Listen, Friday night is gonna be the way you never seen me and my wife before. If you ever been to a marriage conference, you ever been with us in Bible study, I don't want you to think New Destiny we're going to get the same thing we always get with Pastor and First Lady. No, I promise you're not going to get what you always get from us. We're going to challenge you. You're not going to just be sitting there looking at us, listening to us talking. I'm going to put like this here. You're going to be engaged. You're going to be doing things. Because, listen, the Friday night's title is Rekindling the Fire. So we won't be able to rekindle your fire by you just listening to us talking. I'm going to get you engaged with your wife. My wife can get you engaged with your husband, and we're gonna get y'all engaged to where y'all may not make it to the house before y'all start making love again.
Go.
But it's gonna be really engaging.
Right.
Really engaging because you don't want to rekindle the fire with us. Just sitting there hearing us talk. We want you to rekindle the fire with your spouse. We're gonna deal with three main issues, three main things you lost. We're gonna try to get you to get it back that night. So tell people, listen, I'm sorry, I'm keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, sugar. You're fine.
I think so many people have misread this conference. They think this is us coming to hear Bishop Harden First Lady talk. But I think this conference is really gonna be establishing, love again. We're really looking to refresh your marriage. If we can sum it all up in one statement, when this conference is over with, we want you to be excited about your marriage again. And David said, "Return me to the joy of my salvation." Well, by the end of this marriage, we want to return you to the joy of your marriage, your wedding date.
That's right. Because I can tell you this, man, being with this man for as long as I have. Do he get on my nerves? Yes. Do I get on his nerves? Yes. But but at the end of the day, it's like marriage can be great, man. Like what you see is what you get. And I think that's what we're trying to bring on that Friday night and that Saturday. Just a great weekend ahead. I ain't gonna give y'all too much. But we would love for you to come and be a part of that with us. Shameless plug. We would love for you to come. We're excited about those that are coming. That's going to be with us, and we're excited about those that have signed up. Super excited about that. We just can't wait until this Friday. And what better way? It's like God set it up. And I really was not, this is not trying to get people to come, because I really wasn't doing that. But I stopped doing the standard series. I started it, and then it was like God told me 3 weeks off to finish my book, which I'm proud to say I'm finished. But it took me 3 weeks to finish that book, and not realize I was talking about singles. And then now the week of Valentine's Day. So I'm like, God, okay, however you want to do it. This is love week. It should be love year. Every year you should be embracing and learning your spouse all over again and learning the new things about him. But hey, what better way to spend time and invest in yourself? So we would love for you to come and be a part of it. Love for you to be there. We always be real. You know, we have moments I want to leave and he want to leave, but we realize that we're together. A lot of stuff we're going to be dealing with in our book, which I'm excited to say that we're going to be talking about. That's in our book. We're going to be talking about ways that we survived, and we're actually using it's. We told the people on Wednesday it's a tell-all. It really, we telling our story, right, Bishop?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can I throw this in there, co-pastor, too? I don't know if people know this. How many of y'all know, put a 1 if you knew that the registration ends midnight on Valentine's Day. Put a 1 up there if you knew. Put a 2 if you did not know that. How many of y'all know that registration ends midnight Valentine's Day? That's Wednesday night. Put a 1 in the comment if you knew that the midnight it ends, and put a 2 if you did not know that the registration ends. I don't know if a lot of people know that registration does not go to Friday night. So I'm going to allow y'all a second to respond. But also, co-pastor, you know, for those who come to the conference, we're going to be offering, this is Game Changer Connection exclusive. Everyone who comes to the conference will receive buy one, get one free on our book. You get one book and you get the other one for free. Okay, so a lot of people didn't know.
So it's a couple of people that didn't know that the registration ended Wednesday.
Yeah, so
it's only one person so far that knew, Bishop.
So listen, I need y'all to get the word out there. Let people know that registration ends Friday at midnight. Listen, because we got to get head count.
Friday or Wednesday?
I mean, Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Scratch that. Wednesday at midnight, Valentine's Day at midnight. So after you get to blowing your candles out, taking your candlelight dinners, and taking the baths and your rose petals and eating the Hershey candies, make sure you set your alarm for 11:30 to make sure you go and you register for the workshop. And you spend all your money for Valentine's Day. Make sure you hold out the $35 for the workshop. I promise you it's worth it. We're going to have food Friday night, and also we're going to have food Saturday for lunch. So make sure you come out. One of the greatest caterers in the world going to be catering the whole event. That's the food lady.
She's on here, Minister Miles.
So we need to have your head count so we can get the food. We don't want to have too much food, but we don't have not enough food. So if you're going to register by midnight Wednesday. Maybe, co-pastor, we need to go out there and let the world know Wednesday midnight is over. And we're not at the door. If we do take you to the door, you won't get anything to eat. So, but we don't want to take you to the door. We don't want to turn anybody away, but we want you to register before midnight. All right. Well, co-pastor, I've enjoyed this time with you. I enjoyed time on the GCC. I like to call you GCC.
Did you guys enjoy it? Can you put the number 1 on the screen? Yes, baby. GCC. I'm loving it. But we thank you so much. I thank y'all for joining. It's late. We're done. Thank you, Bishop, for joining. Can y'all heart it up one time before we let it go? Get out of here. Thank you guys for your questions. Thank you for being on here and being a part of this with us, Bishop. I know we're going to use you again for something else. But you guys, I'm excited to say starting next week, we're going to be starting a series of Facing Your Pain, because we want to deal with the issues and the problems. More details to come, but I can't wait until next week because we're going on a journey. I'm trying to get you somewhere. I'm trying to get you to your assignment, which is your passion. You got to get to your passion, but you can't get to your passion if you don't understand how to deal with your pain. So I want to teach you that. That's the things I'm going to be going over. I got a couple of things, that as well as overcoming your pain, as well as changing your focus. Great stuff that's going to be coming up. Thank you again for joining us. I thank you, Bishop. I love you with all my heart.
Yes, all my soul.
And to God bring us home. I love you so much. Thank you for joining. That's right, baby. Team Harden for life.
Forever and ever.
All the way. I love y'all. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for joining Game Changers Connection. Stay connected. Watch God work. Remember, there's power in your pain when you learn to speak life into it. Be blessed.